Hi, Brayden. Okay, so I just finished reading your rough draft for our third essay, and I'm making this video to give my peer review on it. So, the first question is if I think the intro is effective. Personally, I find it pretty effective. I like how, the way you ended it, you asked questions and then you answered it, but without giving away too much on why that is. So it makes, the reader be like, oh, well, why is that the answer to the question? Well, that's how it made me feel, at least. I think that it draws the reader into wanting to continue read to learn more about these cars. Okay, so my impression of this essay, sorry, I have everything written down on paper, so I make sure I don't mess up the questions. So, overall, I think that it's a really good topic. I think that it's really relevant to today's society. I think that it was definitely something good to choose because I know personally a lot of people who are for these types of self-driving cars and people who think that it's a bad idea, so I think it's a really good argumentative subject to talk about. And is it persuasive? Yes, I can easily tell what your argument is. I can tell that you are totally for having self-driving cars. You think that it's safer, and you put a lot of reasoning behind that. You had multiple things that you talked about that explained why they would be safe. Now, onto the two confusing parts that I have to find. Pretty much overall, I thought it was really good. Just one part would be, on the very first page, it says title. Obviously, I feel that you are definitely going to be working on a title, so just make sure you don't forget to change that there so it doesn't just say title. And then another confusing aspect, I would say, is this could be just the way that I'm interpreting the assignment. I could be wrong, but when I read it, I remember reading something about a third option. So what I started doing with mine was I took a controversial issue and it had two I guess main arguments to it, and I found the middle of that. So I'm not sure exactly if that's how we have to do it, but that's just the way that I interpreted it. I could be completely wrong, so I apologize about that. My favorite part would probably be just either the topic itself or how you asked the questions in the intro that drew the reader in to want to continue reading this. I think that it's a really good topic, like I said before. I think that it's pretty controversial in today's society, and I just think that overall it'd be something that would be interesting for people of really all ages to be able to read, because there's teenagers who are just now driving, learning about cars. There's adults who've been driving for a while, and there's also you brought up maybe older disabled people who might think this is a really good idea. The part that needs the most attention, I think just maybe adding a few more reasons and expanding more. I know obviously this is a rough draft, so you do plan on doing that, but I think that that would just be the best thing to do, is expand more on your reasonings and add a couple more maybe if you can think of some. And then the sources, I think that you use some pretty good sources in there. I know that I can go and find these facts and that they're correct, and I think that all of your information and your quotes that you cited in your texts, I think that they're all really relevant to the topic and what you're talking about at the point where you used it, and I think that they're really supportive of your argument. So overall, I really enjoyed reading this rough draft. I'm excited to see the final part, if I do see the final essay. I'm not sure, but I think that you picked a really great topic and that you're doing a great job arguing your point of view on it.